Hello and welcome back to AI Investing Academy. This is Francisco, the investment strategist. And tonight I want to discuss how to assess and evaluate an AI stock that you're thinking about uh, getting into your portfolio. So, as you already know, we have an ongoing AI stock portfolio and we are tracking its performance on a weekly or monthly basis. But maybe you're thinking about creating your own AI stock portfolio. So now we're going to see how you can do that. So in order to do this, you only need access to the internet and to the Yahoo Finance portal. That's exactly what we're going to do right now. So what you see on the screen is the Yahoo Finance website. And let's say you're thinking about investing in the AI space and maybe just maybe you've heard of this little company called Nvidia. So you're thinking if it's still a good time to jump on that boat, and the first thing that you would do is go to the search bar here and type the name of the company. Okay, so right off the bat, we see a bunch of indicators. So first of all, we see that the name is Nvidia Corporation. So we are on the right track. We see the ticker and we see the last day performance. Okay. Underneath the graph, you have several more pieces of information which are important. So let's take it step by step. When you look at the graph, you want to see how it's performing in different time frames. So here's one day. As you can see, it started up here in 141, and as the day progressed, it went down a bit. If you see it in a monthly period, you can see that it's been going up and then it's kind of range bound, but the image is not very clear. You might think that it's going down, so you would need a larger time frame. And 6 months is much more interesting. As you can see, the graph shows that Nvidia has been going up and to the right, which indicates that it's in an uptrend. Okay, and in case you want confirmation of that, you can go to the 1 year chart and see exactly that same pattern. It's going up and to the right, and you can see that it's consolidating at this time in this range that's probably in the 130 to 150 ratio. Okay, so that's the first piece of relevant information. Now, the second thing is the market cap. And the market cap tells us that we are dealing with a stock that is valued at $3.331 trillion. And the way you get to that number is by multiplying the number of stocks that exist times the price of each stock. So now we're talking of a very, very big company. And in this case, big means that it inspires confidence, okay? That it is a reputable name. Finally, another thing that you can see here is the P/E ratio, which stands at 53.76. And you can think of the P/E ratio as the cost per ounce labels on the packaged goods you would find at a grocery store. So the higher the ratio, the more expensive the stock is. Okay. Now let's take a closer look to its financial details. You go here and click on financials. Okay, so when the financials tab loads, the first thing that you will see is the income statement, which tracks the revenue and expenses of the company. And what you're looking to find here is consistent revenue and earnings growth a long time. So if we talk about revenue, the first thing that you will see is that Nvidia has grown its revenue from around $16.7 billion back in 2021 to $113.2 billion in the last 12 months. This is what TTM means. So that's in terms of revenue. Now let's look at earnings. Okay, so when we're talking about earnings, as you can see, is that if you look at the net income line, it was $4.3 billion back in 2021, and in the last 12 months, it's $63 billion. So that's an amazing rate of growth, and that's why this stock is really off the charts, right? Okay, so now we know that we're dealing with a big company that's growing a long time, and not just only growing, it's really growing very rapidly. Now let's take a look at the analysis tab over here. Okay, so in the analysis tab, what you will find is an overview of expert predictions and expectations about the future performance of a company. So in the case of Nvidia, if we go to earnings per share, so the EPS trend, what you will see is that the expectations for next year are around 4.41, and in comparison to this year it was 2.95. So we're seeing an increase in the expectations for next year. So this is amazing growth once again. And not only that, but you can see that the past 90 days, the expectation for this year has gone from 2.76 to 2.95. So it's growing a lot. And this is what you want to see. You want to see projections that keep increasing in time. Okay. Okay, so now that we have this information, let's put it all together to come to a conclusion. The first thing is that the price of the stock currently is 136.02, and the PE ratio is 53.76, which means that if the stock price doesn't move and the company achieves the average earnings estimate for next year, which is 4.41, as we just saw, then the stock will trade at so quick math here, 136.2 by 44, 441. The P/E ratio would be 30.84. Now, usually Nvidia doesn't trade at that P/E ratio. It usually trades around 50x, which means that it's very likely that investors will jump at this opportunity to buy the stock and drive its price higher. So that would mean it's a good investment at this time. Okay, guys, so I don't know, are there any doubts? If so, leave them in the comments section. And if not, I'll see you in a future video. Okay? Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.